Hey, welcome along. And before we really get into the course, I want to get you in that right frame of mind to overcome nerves, because a lot of the times people are nervous. So right away, I'm going to give you some amazing tips to help you feel less nervous when you're speaking English, because I understand. I get nervous when I speak Spanish because it's not my native language. I'm afraid to make a mistake. I'm afraid to say something silly, whatever it may be. So let's start in and get you less nervous. So it is said that people suffer from stage fright, and stage fright is being frightened of standing up in front of people and speaking. Now, apparently around 74% of people fear public speaking. Luckily, I'm not one of them. I love speaking in public. But even in your own native language, you may be afraid of speaking in public. So in this module, I'm going to show you why you don't need to be afraid and how you can actually use certain techniques to overcome that fear and to be more confident when you speak. So you mightn't be able to get rid of this fear of speaking in public. If I was told suddenly now I had to go and speak in front of 1,000 people, I get a little bit nervous. But it's how you manage it. It's strategies that you use in order to overcome this. Now, remember, you are in a position of authority. If you're asked to speak, it is because somebody thinks that you have knowledge that is useful. So that's the first thing. If you're asked to speak, or if you're attending a meeting, it's because somebody who was organising that meeting said this person has knowledge that they need to share, or they have input that could be useful. The first thing I would say is start small. So speak in a small group first of all. Maybe it's even amongst friends. Get used to discussing whatever it is that is being discussed, whether it's football or politics or religion. You can do that with friends, but maybe start in a small group like that. Do your preparation. No matter what meeting you are tackling, whether it's an international meeting, whether it's a meeting with teammates, and even if it is only a meeting with teammates, prepare scenarios. Okay, what will I say if somebody asks a question I don't understand? What will I do if somebody asks something that is not relevant to our discussion? And you can prepare these scenarios, and then you have like this toolkit, so that a virtual toolkit that is. So when somebody asks a question, you pull out this idea and say, well, actually, this is the answer. Maybe find a friend to focus on. So maybe you say, okay, Richard, no, I can't start first of all with a small group. Yeah, I can prepare. Well, then maybe find a friend, focus with them, and then when you have to speak, after you've done all this practice, then you just think, hey, I'm speaking to a friend. Okay, he's my boss, she's my boss, but I'm going to speak to them and I'm going to see them as a friend so that I feel more relaxed. Because a lot of the times what happens is you go into a meeting and just because you know it's the boss, you feel nervous. Now, the boss is no different than you and me. Actually, it happens with somebody that I work with, that sometimes when I talk to them, I feel a little bit nervous because I want to make sure that I do and say everything right when I'm actually speaking with them. So if I just thought, well, this person is an equal, they are a friend, I'm not going to be as nervous. Makes sense, right? Yeah, of course. Don't use a script, use a framework. Now, what do I mean by that? A script is sometimes when you get people who ring you on the phone to change your mobile phone or to change the gas, they read, hello, I'm ringing to tell you that I want to save you money on your gas, and this is what we're going to do. No, have a framework so that you have an introduction. Hi everyone, thank you for taking the time to come to this meeting. Have an agenda. So what I want to talk about today is A, B, and C. Then a couple of phrases that you can use, even though, furthermore, as it stands, and we'll look at those during our course together. And have a word bank. So this is a list of words you can use, because many of my clients say, I just need more vocabulary. And yes, they do. So I always encourage them to take 3 or 4 words every single week and write them down. and then start to use those words. So you hear somebody using essentially. Essentially, what does that mean? Okay, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to write it down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide that I'm going to use that in a sentence. Now, body language is really important, because if you're nervous like that, or you're shaking, or you have a pen in your hand and you're going like that, it shows that you are not confident. It shows that you're not in authority. So make sure that your body is saying the same thing as what you're saying, because maybe your voice is very confident, but your hands are shaking. Okay? Maybe you are projecting that you're very confident, but you're looking down like that and you're talking like that. And maybe you are very good at what you say, but you're talking like that. It doesn't show confidence. So one of the things I would say is smile genuinely, because people find you more approachable when you smile. And think about bringing joy to this talk, because if you're sitting there going, oh my God, I have to do this talk, it's going to be a disaster, it's not going to be good. No, that's not going to happen. You go in and you say, yeah, I feel happy about this. I'm going to do a good talk today, and I'm going to impart knowledge to my clients, and they're going to be really grateful for that. Now, try and find a technique where you can actually get yourself into a happy mood. So maybe it's some music. I have a couple of songs that when I want to walk down the street and I want to feel powerful, I put that music on and it instantly makes me feel so much happier. Walking on Sunshine by Katrina and the Waves. I always feel good when I listen to that song and I start to smile. And I might do a bit of drumming walking down the street, and I don't care that people look at me, because it makes me feel good. Maybe you feel it's something like clapping or going, yeah, I can do this. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't matter. Find something that fires you up. Find something that makes you smile. Maybe it's a picture of, for example, every day at the moment, my sister-in-law sends our WhatsApp group a picture of her daughter, who right now is 6 months old. And it cheers us up and it makes us happy. So if I want to feel happiness, I will look at that picture and that will anchor a feeling of happiness. And then I will be ready for my talk. Try to use open gestures, because if I sat here like this and said, what I'm going to talk about today, it doesn't look that good. Okay? If I'm holding my hands like that, it doesn't look that good. But if I'm using my hands and expressing myself like this, it shows that I'm more open. So today, what I want to do is I want to talk to you about the power of being positive. Now, Mediterraneans are often, people will joke that Mediterraneans speak with their hands a lot, that they talk like that. But Mediterranean people in general are very open. So think about that. Look at your audience and make sure that you make eye contact with everybody in your audience. Don't just stare at one person, because it's a little bit odd. So if you are on a Zoom, that's a little bit more difficult, but you can look at your audience and look at everybody and move around the stage a little bit. Maintain as much eye contact as you can. I know some doctors and very clever people, but they don't look you in the eye when they're talking. They're looking like this and, this could be the problem and this, blah, blah, blah. So that doesn't give me as much confidence in that doctor, because they're not looking at me. Okay. Now, would you buy something from someone who refused to look at you when talking to you? I mean, if I went into the Apple store and they were looking at me like this and they weren't talking to me, I would be hesitant to buy from them. Okay. So make sure that you're looking at your audience members. Now, here's my secret framework, and you will see this a lot throughout this course. You want to have an introduction. And when I was learning my skills as a teacher, we were always told, tell people what you're going to talk about it, and then at the end, summarize what you've just talked about. So this is very, very useful, and this is what you should do. So today we're going to talk about how to overcome nerves. I now talk about overcoming nerves, and at the end I conclude and say, and this is the way you overcome your nerves. So you see, I tell you what I'm going to say, I say it, and then I summarize it. That is your secret framework. Now, another thing that you could do is you could start to engage in storytelling. And storytelling is a module that I do, not in this course, but I do it in other courses, where we look at how to use business stories to engage your audience. And we go into more detail about how to do that. You also want to be clear, because if you are humming and hawing, it's not very, very good. You need to be engaging by smiling, by using different tones of voice. So I want to tell you something really important. And then I was really excited by this new gadget that I saw. I mean, if I said I was really excited by this gadget that I saw, it would be rather boring. Try to be visually appealing. I mean, if you want to use PowerPoints, etc., if you want to use different, what we call visual props, do that as well. But most of all, be yourself, because if you try and be somebody that you're not, people will eventually see that it's out of character. Now, here's some phrases to show confidence, and you can translate these phrases into your own language, and it will help you become more confident. Having a proven track record of being a trainer for the last 25 years, I can tell you that, okay? Having extensive experience in managing a team of 20 people, and anything I say after that has more credibility because I'm doing what we call prefacing what I'm actually going to talk about. Being an expert in this field, being somewhat of an expert in this field, the way forward is X, based on our research and data. Now, nobody's ever going to say to you what research and data, or more than likely they won't say that, but based on our research and data, we have found that 74% of people actually fear public speaking. Maybe I researched it on the internet and found that. But when I say based on our research and data, it holds more weight. Our company has a reputation for delivering value. Okay? Rather than just saying we deliver value, our company has a reputation. I don't know who has given me that reputation. I don't know. I'm assuming when they say has a reputation, it's a good reputation, but I haven't said that. Our company has a reputation for delivering value. We have a long history of success in whatever it may be, in recruiting. I have a wealth of experience in this area, and I'd like to tell you that X, Y, and Z. Ooh, wow, he has a wealth of experience. Tell people, don't say, hey, I'm the best. I'm the best in this particular area. Just listen to me. No, I have a wealth of experience in this area. Our team have a record of delivering results in the shortest period of time. I've been studying and researching this topic for over 15 years. Okay, now maybe I did study a month every year, but it still holds a lot of weight. Our company has a strong portfolio of clients. We have a team of dedicated professionals who have deep understanding of the market. We have had success with similar projects in the past. I'm not going to ask which projects. I'm not going to ask which professionals. I'm not going to ask what is a deep understanding. Most people will accept what I have said. Our company has a long-standing reputation for excellence in. We have a unique approach to tackling this issue, and we are confident it will be successful. What is the unique approach? Well, maybe it's I go onto the internet, I research ways to actually overcome this issue, and that's it. Well, it's quite unique. People don't ask, but it makes you sound more authoritative. Our company has been at the forefront of this industry for the last 20 years. I have a thorough understanding of the market. Okay? I don't know what a thorough understanding is, but rather than me saying I can find the right candidates for your recruitment process, if I say I have a thorough understanding of the market, therefore I can find the best candidates, that holds a lot of authority. We have a team of experts who have been working in this field for many years and have gained a lot of knowledge and experience. Well, how many in your team? How many years? What type of knowledge and experience? Again, it doesn't matter. I'm just putting those words out there. As a leader in our industry, our company is well positioned too. Now, I want you to review those phrases, make them your own, and take them with you when you are in any position where you have to give a talk, when you have to present, when you have to talk to a client. And I want you to feel them. I want you to embody these phrases. As a leader in our industry, Private English Classes is well positioned to offer you the best communications training for your staff. Oh, okay, well, yeah, this is a company that I really want to deal with. Rather than if I said, well, I'm here and I'd like to offer you some training. No, I'm saying it more forceful. I'm saying it more with authority. And a couple of final tips to get you ready on your journey is always prepare. Always kiss. What do I mean by that? I'll use this a lot within the course and on our live sessions. Keep it so simple. Okay? A lot of the times I find that before my clients start working with me, they try and complicate things. So keep it so simple. Accept that mistakes will happen. I mean, if you know that mistakes will happen, then you can be aware and you can get better. Whereas if you say, I'm never going to make a mistake, it has to be perfect. No, it doesn't have to be perfect. You have to get out there and you have to start doing. A lot of the times we don't do because we're afraid. And be in the moment. Don't be thinking, what is he going to say? What is she going to say? What's going to happen next? Be in the moment and be fully aware of what's happening. And that is the end of this little section on how to be less nervous. I'll see you in Module 1.